This is the pit. I once fought another man in the pit. Guess who won?
The other guy?
Not me. Yeah, and the other guy, guess who he was?
Was he related to me?
He was. He definitely was. Let me tell you now. I've actually had two battles with Technoblade in the pit. You see, one of the things I'd always do was because I truly believed in myself more than any man should. I'd always throw myself into battling with Techno, and he'd always really casually be like, "Yeah," and just kill me. There was one time it was Techno and Dream, and I went, "Okay, I can take this." And I just threw an ender pearl on them and just immediately, within seconds, died. And then another time, I wanted to trap Technoblade. So what I did was I got a load of boats, but then he knew what I was doing because he's not a moron. And I was so young at this point. I had 100,000 subs and he had millions. So he was still my idol. It was so awkward as I just kind of stood there, and he went, what are you doing? Why do you it was pretty awkward. And then the last time was in a pit, and this was for some Dream SMP lore, and he beat me to death with his fist. That one was also embarrassing. Generally, it was just me losing.
So it seems like a good opportunity to say, do you want to be a hero, Tommy? Then die like one.
As whenever I killed Techno, I never really felt anything. He'd go, yeah, and that was it. And you go, oh. But if you kill someone with him, this was the best. When we had this one MCC, Technodad.
Yeah.
I've been editing my tribute to Technoblade. Oh, fucking. I'm nearly going to have to hand it off to an editor. I can't make it through it. But there's one of the clips, and it's just us at the beginning, and him being like, the dynamic duo! And it's me and him beating the game, and that was oh, man, that was the best feeling. Oh, my. Yeah, that was one of the coolest times, because I'd spent so long being him and Wilbur and Phil's little shit sidekick. And then I was promoted in that stream to one of the boys. I was like, okay, this he's not messing around anymore. He's one of us. I said this line where I went, just killed a woman. Killed a woman. Feeling good.
So what was that? Is that in the quote book? Does that go in the quote book,
That
Wilbur?
might go in the quote book. That might go in the quote book.
What was that?
Yeah, I've literally done it. This is remember after that stream, being oh, I've done it. I will say something as well, Technodad. The other day I did a talent show video, right? And it's my first one in a year. And it was kind of hard to do a second one because Techno was in the first one. But all the comments when it first came out, the first few minutes were guys, this just isn't the same without Techno. And I'm going to be honest, in that first video, Techno literally said nothing in the whole recording. He sat, I think the only thing he does is he goes, spaceship. And I was like, guys, I know it's sad, but he didn't say anything in that first video. Yeah. And all the comments. And so, because you never know with Techno. Sometimes you'd have him in a recording and he would be the most loud, screaming, beating you up. And then other times he would just be so quiet. I was like, guys, I know, I miss him as well, but come on. He was his quietest.
I think missing him is something that's affecting a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you don't have to tell me, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, we can get real. We can be men and be emotional.
Absolutely, man. I'm just
everything they told us in elementary school is nonsense.
I just don't think I've ever cried on stream before. I'm just yeah.
Oh, I've done a lot.
You're a professional.
I'm a pro. If the task at hand is getting all emotional, then I'm your man.
Oh. Go on, let's teach you PvP, old man. What you gotta do? Sorry, that's pretty hit me, man. I'm getting back in the pit.
That chicken was distracting me. He deserved death.
Yeah, you gotta kill it.
He deserved death.
Well, Technodad, help me out, man. I'm
You were about to give me some advice or something?
You've got me all cryy.
Oh.
You gotta help me.
Tell me what you're feeling.
Oh, I just miss him, man.
Are we? What are we doing? Are we goofing? Are we being serious?
Sorry.
completely lost.
You can't see my camera. I'm like goofing, but I'm also,
Tell me how you met.
Well, I met Techno first in 2017, and I was in a lobby. My friend Freddie, so Badlin, who is a YouTuber, he's my best mate, like, ever. And me and him, he'd always be like, you gotta watch Techno. I was like, no, man, I'm more of a spifey kind of skeppy guy. And then I finally started watching Techno, and I was like, okay, I'm pretty into this. And just before that, I saw him in a Hypixel lobby.
Oh, 40. We got this, guys. Form the train. Like, subscribe, maybe. I don't know. That was Mega Bed Wars. It was a terribly painful experience, all in all. See you guys next time. Bye. And I'm gonna fly into the sun for one.
I got a screenshot with him in 2017.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then I was a big fan of Techno for loads and loads of years. I always wanted to speak to him, and I think he knew a bit who I was, but you never know with Techno. It was like, oh man, it was so cool back then with the Hypixel lobbies. Like, and then one day before school, and I had my exams. Before my exams, and I should have been studying, I should have been working. I got a message from like one of my mates who was a friend of Techno, being like, hey, yeah, so you know that first Potato War video? He's like, he's doing a follow-up, and he needed some like obscure crystal. And I was like, holy shit. And I remember I was walking to school, and it was winter. And I was so cold, and like my hands were shaking, like properly. But I got out my phone, took off my gloves so I could type. And I was like, and I went, and what I do, this is a thing I do for so long, is Schlatt and Wilbur and Techno, and all the people who are like my really good mates now, who I watched for years, I'd always like go on Discord and check my mutual friends with them, and just over the years have more and more and more. And I just remember seeing Techno's thing going from send friend to message on Discord, and I was like, and it was one of the coolest moments. And then I had my exam, and I did terribly on it, because I was just thinking, holy shit. And then the next morning, but before another exam, I got on, and I got in a call with him for the first time. He was, how Techno was, just very awkward. But I got in a call, and he was like, yeah, do you have the crystal element thing you need? And I went, yeah, dude, yeah. I, by the way, if you ever want to record a video, like, I'm so down, I'm always up. And he went, yep. I was just like, oh, you went, fair enough. Yeah, I got him the crystals, and then he just linked me this Google Doc he had of like potatoes, and it was just like a thing an insane person had made of just this huge Google Doc.
Yes.
And I was like, what? It's at like first DM. I could find it. Hey man, so what's happening with the War of the Spuds? Let me know how I can assist. We're currently both seeking to increase our potato yield by achieving the 24th minion slot. Some resources are harder to get than others, though. No! Hey man, how are you? I'm currently trying to acquire hella enchanted dandelions, enchanted raw mutton, enchanted rye, and so okay, so like you need me and the others to like help? Yes. It's just like... I said, alright, did you say there's a Google Doc? Jin informed me. Yes, do not distribute this top secret document to anyone.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Operation Thunderbolt. Let your plans be done. Look at the formatting.
Let your plans be dark and impenetrable as night, and when you move, fall like a thunderbolt. I couldn't let Squid learn of my plans.
No one ever planned to see this, and when you move, fall like a thunderbolt. It was amazing, and I was like, oh my god. I'm in. This is it. This is the dream. Do you want to know how I became really good mates with Techno and Wilbur and Phil, which is a story I never ever thought I'd tell, but it's embarrassing for me. But I'll say, is basically
these are the best stories, though.
Okay, all right, I'll do it. It's been a few years. Okay, so I always. Okay, so I had really bad social skills in like 2020. Like, I think one of the reasons that like I got subscribers is because any YouTuber I'd message going, hello, let's be friends. And it'd just be adults like, all right. I got into the fucking, I don't think anyone's ever told the story. Techno, Will and Phil would stay up all night playing TF2, and they became like the Sleepy Boys, and they were this group, and they'd hang out all the time. It was Techno and there was a few other friends, and they were in this like little Discord group chat in COVID. And you probably know about it. And it became the Sleepy Boys, and they all tweeted this photo of a fish at midnight, and it was like this big thing. And I wasn't really in it. I was daily uploading at the time. It was one of my favourite YouTubers ever. Ludwig was doing it, so I thought I'd copy him. Schlatt he told me that, Schlatt was actually wrong. He gave me the advice of, dude, like, Minecraft's on the way out, like, you gotta get away from it. Just before the manhunt started, and during SMP, Schlatt was like, it's probably not. So that's why I did all those IRL videos for, like, months and streams. So I sort of copied my favorite YouTuber. And then, what I actually noticed was they weren't getting views. What was getting views in my daily upload streak? Because my one goal in COVID was like, right now I have 100k subs. I want to leave COVID, and I want to make sure I'm in like a position where I'm good with YouTube. So what I did was I uploaded every day because I thought that's what you had to do. And I noticed anytime I put Technoblade in the title, the video would get 10 times as many views. So what I did was I'd progressively push it further and further and further of having Techno in a title until it was maybe like I mentioned him once in a Reddit post midway through, and he was like, and it annoyed Techno. And Techno, Will, and Phil and were a call. And Techno was like, dude, why does this Tommy guy keep putting me in all of his titles? But you know how Techno was, he'd never tell a soul that he thought that. But Wilbur went, oh no, that's a bit fucking weird. So Wilbur messaged me like, hey, stop putting Techno in your titles. It's fucking weird. And then Techno was like, oh no, wait, no, don't do that. Like, literally don't do that. And so Wilbur unsent the message. But me being me, I saw that with Wilbur's icon, Discord does this thing where you send a message and then you click on it and it's not there. And I went, oh, Wilbur's messaged me, but he's deleted it. And I went, Wilbur, what did you say? What did you say, Wilbur? Why'd you delete the message? And Will went, yeah, Tommy, Techno's like really annoyed at you. Stop putting him in your titles. And I went, oh, okay, I'll stop. Sorry, I didn't know he was annoyed. And I went, how come you're speaking to Techno? And he went, because we're friends and we're in a call. And I went, oh, can I join the call? And he went, what? And I went, can I join and like hang out? And he just like had a go at me. And he went, yeah, okay, I guess. That's how we all started hanging out, like off stream. It's because he like had a go at me. And then I went, oh, cool. You guys want to talk to me? Yeah, let's hang out. And I just had no, like, even remote idea that, like, no, you don't hang out with someone when all of them are a bit annoyed at you. And that's how we hung out, and then that's how the MCC happened. And then it was months of hanging out and me, like, trying to get them onto my streams. He found me annoying at first. Oh, fucking literally, man. But, like, and Wilbur, for so long, took so long to come around to liking me. Like, in our first MCC, he was just genuinely I was getting on his nerves so much. And I think it was before he realized it was, like, my humor. He just thought that who I was. And so I just kept fucking, like, pissing him all off. But Techno liked me because I was quite good at Minecraft.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how we all became mates.
That is an amazing story that I have not heard before, and thank you for sharing that with me.
Right.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Right. How do you feel about TF2 these days?
Oh, it's a bit full of hackers, isn't it? Got too many hackers. Yeah, but once they fix that, it'll be great.
I have a YouTube channel now.
Yeah, man, Mr. Technodad. Contains swearing.
You saw that one, huh?
Yeah.
That was fun. That was upstairs. I did that upstairs.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, I miss him, man. But sometimes it's like...
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm really sad, and then other times it's just properly laughing about it. And it's just different on each day, you know? But...
Yeah.
It's nice. It's nice
Believe me,
Yeah, I know you know of all people.
Yeah.